guys, we are here in Orlando for the grand opening of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, and I am joined by our super fan correspondents, Katie and Ori. Are you guys psyched to be here?
So excited.
So excited. These are the reasons why Wizarding World fans should be pumped. Let's check it out.
The anticipation is killing me. I just want to get on it already.
As we make our way through the queue, we learn more and more about what Hagrid does out here to care for the creatures.
One of the cool things about Hagrid as a host is that we get to see all these different sides of the castle that only someone like Hagrid can show you.
Well, we decided that within the Forbidden Forest would be these old ancient ruins. And as Hagrid took on the role of being the caregiver for the creatures, he decided, well, I'll use these abandoned structures.
This is very special. At the top of the facade, we have what's called the Green Man. Within the literature, J.K. actually refers to the Green Man, who protects creatures of the forest, and kind of links him ever so carefully to Hagrid, that he does the same.
Okay.
And so it was important to the creative team to kind of give those little hints of the Green Man throughout the attraction.
It is a little bit of a new story, and that's why we worked so closely with Warner Brothers to create this.
I've never done that before. Like, we've taken single words from the books, and then we've developed those whole words into a place. That's been brilliant, because we haven't had a chance to do that before.
So if you're an Uber fan or if you're just new to the product, I think the story is going to be really refreshing and a lot of fun.
Motorbike or sidecar?
Hang on!
In this scene, we find out what our class in the Forbidden Forest is going to be about.
Fans are actually going to see Hagrid and Arthur Weasley working on Sirius Black's motorbike.
They're duplicating Sirius Black's bike to take us all out to the edge of the forest for the class. And then when we head out is when everything goes a little awry.
You can choose to ride either in the actual motorbike or in the sidecar.
It's amazing the difference in the experience, actually, when you do either side, yeah.
There's literally 14 different experiences in there. If you go right at the back, you see a lot more of the environment. If you go right at the front, you're leading the train in a way.
I'm a bit of a bike fan, I think. I like the handlebikes.
Something that feels like you're kind of in control.
Yeah.
I was pressing all the buttons. There's like a big round button, like the movies, that he presses for like the fire.
You hear him at some point yell, press the purple button.
Really? It's like, press it.
I can't really say I prefer one over the other, to be perfectly honest with you, because there's things going on the left-hand side, so when you're in the cycle you see that, and if you're in the motorbike, there's stuff going on the right as well.
It's very dynamic, and it's going to make you want to ride over and over again.
Yeah, you have to go more than once to get the full experience.
We have a 7-acre site.
Yes.
We have 7 launches, more launches than any other coaster in the world. As you're on the motorcycle, it will launch from one scene to the next, sometimes going as fast as 50 miles an hour.
Every second on the ride, there is something to see, left, right, up and down.
We have dual drop, the first dual drop in the United States. You free fall over 16 feet, straight down, and then from there you launch out at 50 miles an hour.
Theme park people wanted a coaster.
Yeah.
Us film people wanted an experience, so we had to merge the coaster and the experience together.
It's a combination of all types of audio and smells and special effects, show scenes, just all of that coming together really takes you into Hagrid's world, and you actually get to experience these creatures up close and personal.
They look so real.
Yeah.
It's as if they're just standing right in front of you.
We worked with Rosie Goodwin, who is the prop master for the films, and together we were able to design each set to make sure that it is staying true to the books, staying true to the films.
It's crazy how many details they put in, from half-bitten pumpkins to little knickknacks that Hagrid was using.
It's so cool to see all of his dragon hide gloves and his monster book of monsters.
There's lots of Easter eggs in the queue line. Things on the wall to look out for. I mean, you've got to pay attention, you know, and so much effort has gone into the detail and immersing you into this world before you even get to the ride itself.
The animatronics that we have developed are first of kind.
You really feel as if Hagrid is standing right there in front of you. He's got his pink umbrella.
He has his gloves on, he's like ready to deal with all these creatures. You're you know, Robbie Coltrane's voice.
This is the most dynamic, most complex figure that Universal has ever manufactured, and he looks as if Robbie Coltrane had just stepped off the set.
It's a storied coaster.
It is, yeah. It's definitely the first one in the sky.
All of the lush landscaping that you see here, we started purchasing that 2 years ago.
Whoa.
So we were waiting for all of this stuff to grow up, and then it took us about 6 months to get the overall site planted.
It feels just as dangerous as you think it's gonna be. There's fog around you. you. You hear all these noises of all these creatures, and around every turn there's something new.
They pulled out all the stops. They didn't hold anything back.
The scores to all the Harry Potter films and the attractions around the world have been arranged under the guidance of John Williams. And so we were very fortunate that he also helped us with the score for this attraction, and we got to go to Abbey Road and do all the recording sessions. So that was pretty magical.
You grow up with the movies and the music playing, and it's something that when you hear it in the line, you can't help but just your heart starts to like race and skips a beat, and it's just, it really brings you into it.
This attraction is a little unique in that you don't hear the score throughout. We really let the sounds of the creatures come into play.
That was a very new thing for us as well. Like, we wanted to go away from the standard, let's have music everywhere. Let's go to nature. You're walking through an abandoned building. We wanted to feel like that.
We want to make it fun for the guests to go, wait a minute, I think I know what that is. Is that a gnome? Is that gnome chatter I hear?
I keep hearing a horse or a thestral because I can't actually see, so I'm assuming it's a thestral.
But overall, the score is beautifully written, beautifully composed, and we can't wait for the guests to hear it.
We got to see Fluffy, the three-headed dog.
We knew that Hagrid kept him as a pet, so it turns out he's been keeping him in the Forbidden Forest all this time.
I'd love to walk Fluffy down the road.
You would?
How would you do that?
No.
That's exactly it. With the lead, exactly. That's the whole point.
Fluffy is ginormous and is literally a few feet away from you as you ride on the ride. So
That's the amazing thing about this ride. It kind of brings to life all these kind of creatures.
Another really dynamic and fun moment is when we actually enter the dark forest and we meet the centaur. Cool! And then the devil snare comes to life as it did in the film and in the books.
There were thestrals. There were thestrals on the walls inside the ruins.
the Cornish pixies are always fun to see.
Very, very much good pet.
Yeah, so we'd have a good have a few of those running around the house.
They're very, very naughty and they're very troublesome and they cause a lot of havoc here, so I like what they do, yeah.
Oh, there's an Akami.
Then in the background, we have a statue of the mer people.
Correct, correct. Good job. Throughout the entire attraction, we give little nods, little hints to all types of magical creatures that you've read about or seen within the films.
That's part of the surprise, is that with each ride you might experience and find a new creature that maybe you didn't see the last time. I think that the biggest surprise within the attraction is the blast-ended Scroot.
Yes.
Which appears throughout the books.
It's never been seen, right?
It's never been seen.
It's exactly the same way we would design a creature for the films. We hired the same creative artist, the same production designer in London, Stuart, helped guide it. We worked with J.K. Rowling's team, Universal. We all designed it together, really.
It's shocking. Like, you kind of come around a corner and just suddenly it's there.
I thought they'd be like dog size, or like a little crab or something, but they're enormous.
You don't really know which end's the front or the back. It's just a very, what is this thing?
Hagrid took the manticore and the fire crab and crossbred them to create the blast-ended Scroot. In this room, what you see all around you are his efforts and for lack of a better term, maybe his science experiments.
It's a rather fabulous beast that leaves its fragrance on
Something
you.
I was never really aware of, but seeing it kind of come to life and it has this kind of scent that emits from
like
its...
a giant scorpion-esque thing that gasses you as you go past. It's quite an experience.
You don't really understand until you experience it, because you just think, oh, it's a bit of smoke.
Yeah.
And then you get a waft of it.
He's huge, he's beautiful. I think all the fans are just gonna love it.
This set the bar higher than any ride I've ever been on in my life. And I'm not just saying that.
I'm a bit of an old school fan. I love the coasters, but this has so many things that you sort of interact with along the way, and there's a narrative of a great story. And without ruining it, some great twists and turns that you don't see coming. We did it twice, and yet I still don't feel like I've seen the whole thing yet.
I'm not that big of a rides person, but this one blew me away. I came off and I just wanted to get back on it. There's something about the thrill that just makes you want to like keep reliving it.
It's unique and it's unlike anything else you've ever ridden in any other theme park around the world.
We were those kids who, as soon as it finished, we were like, we want to go again.
It's wise advice to say, ride it more than once.